Shalom. No, you all right. You all right. I got it set up. Just look at it.
Well, you'll just see my back.
Yeah, it's okay.
Because if I stand in front of you.
Now, man. How's everybody? Everybody all right? Not too wild? Okay. All right, welcome everybody. Glad that we can come together. Again. Good to hear your voices. Hopefully one day we'll be able to be looking at each other face to face all the time. Have our own land, our own space. You know, we can just be living, have our own community. You know, the rest of the life, you know, we can just, it would happen, don't worry about it, you got it, it's gonna happen. That's why you gotta learn to be content, and don't be so up on trying to have everything in this kingdom. But be content, because we don't have everything, we don't want to get it. Colossians, that's right, we're gonna have more than you can even imagine. Colossians 3:17.
Colossians chapter 3, verse 17.
Right.
And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai, giving thanks to Yahweh by Hashem HaMashiach Yahushai.
Right, so everything that we say and do is going to be in the name of the anointed Savior, Mashiach Yahushai, to the glory of the Most High power, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Now, we as a people, man, get over that. Let's get a little hope first and foremost. Let's get a little hope here. A little spirit of hope. I don't like to really deal too much with other nations because we gotta look at ourselves. But we gotta deal with it because we are scattered among these nations, you know, so let's look at Obadiah. Read verse 10.
Obadiah, verse 10.
Now before you read that, read Amos, the next chapter before that. Read verse 11. Now read verse 10 first. That's for the Israelites.
9 and 10?
Yeah. Last chapter.
Amos chapter 9, verse 10. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say, the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us.
Right, so all the sinners of the Israelites are going to die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. So the sword means any means of destruction, killing, straight up. Read.
In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
That's right. We're going to build up the tabernacle of David, King David of the tribe of Judah. That's why Judah is the lawgiver, and the Most High has set up Judah to bring forth, you know, the truth in these last days. Whereas in the priesthood of Aaron, it was the Levites. Now he's making us a nation of priests, but he has chose Judah to bring the tribes together. Read.
That they may possess the remnant of Edom.
First thing he said is that we're going to do what?
Possess the remnant of Edom.
We're going to possess the remnant of Edom. Read.
And of all the heathen.
Of all the heathen. We're going to possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen. Read.
Which are called by my name, saith the Most High, that doeth this.
Right, so, you know, they call by the Most High, man. You can't tell me, nobody out there can tell me that they don't call themselves God. They got the picture to prove it. They got the movies to prove it. I mean, it's right there in our face. You know? So, this is what we're looking at. Go to Obadiah. We'll tell you that we're going to that we may possess the remnant of Edom. We're going to possess the remnant of Edom. Okay? Look at Obadiah. Go to verse 10.
Obadiah, verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever.
Right, so that's the prophecy, point blank. So that's why, I don't have time to entertain that. We got to look at how we're going to make it. Read.
In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem. But thou shouldest have, even thou wast as one of them.
They was as one of them, and the strangers came in, take us down. They was right there with them.
Hey, let me see your phone.
First Ezra 4 and 45.
First Ezra chapter 4, verse 45. Thou also hast vowed to build up the temple, which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees.
Right, so it all goes together, The Chaldees are the Babylonians. When Nebuchadnezzar came and took us into captivity for 70 years, the Edomites burned down our temple. So we could, when you burn down the temple, the place of worship, what do you think will happen? You don't have no place of worship, We had to make other means to do what we do. First Ezra 4 and 45. Can you continue the building? Took a long time. Okay. Verse 12.
But thou shouldest not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldest thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction.
See? Rejoice over the day of our destruction. Read.
Neither shouldest thou have spoken proudly in the day of his distress.
Right. You say his distress, but it say the day of distress. We going down. They said they speaking proudly. Like everything is everything. Glad to see us go out of power. Glad to see us brought down. Read.
Thou shouldest not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity.
So he's talking to them. This is what they did. He tell them, you shouldn't have done this. Enter to the gate of the children of Israel in the day of our calamity. Read.
Yeah, thou shouldest not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity.
You have a reason why he's going to cut them off forever. He's giving you the reason. Read.
Nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity.
They still trying to find King Solomon's mines and everything that they have after the land of Israel. Everybody got rich. Everybody got rich. Read.
Neither shouldest thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape.
There he is over there. They're going to one over there. They're going to one over there. He's hiding over there. Tell him snitches. Read.
Neither shouldest thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress.
Gave us up. Gave us up. This is our fraternal brother. Fraternal twin brother. That's what they did. Read.
For the day of the Most High is near upon all the heathen.
It's coming. This day is near upon all the heathen, all the other nations. Outside from the 12 tribes of Israel. Read.
As thou hast done.
As they have done, read.
It shall be done unto thee.
No, come on. As they have done, it's going to be done unto them. How they get the land? How they get any land? They stole it. Killing, raping, pillaging, and war. It's going to be done to them. That's why Mashiach coming back to judge and make war. Read.
thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
Their reward will return upon their own head. Read.
For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain,
He told them they don't have no reason to drink upon the holy mountain. They was not given the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. They wasn't given that. That's why in the end, they're going to be saying that's for the way of the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua, we have not known it. Read.
so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and
Go ahead.
and they shall swallow down,
Yeah, they're going to swallow it down. So they're going to drink and they're going to swallow it down. Read.
and they shall be as though they had not been.
They're going to be as they had not been. Ain't nobody going to remember that. They're going to be as they had not been at all. Read.
But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance,
Upon Mount Zion. Zion's another name for Israel, where the Most High's holy monument. Read.
and there shall be holiness,
It should be trueness, pureness, and righteousness. Read.
and the house of Jacob shall possess their possession.
There it is. So, regardless of what anybody think, what's going to happen to the house of Jacob? The 12 tribes of Israel, we're going to do what?
Possess their
We're
possession.
going to possess their possessions. We're going to possess everything that they have. Just like they took us down, and when we fell, they got rich. We're going to own all their possessions. Read.
And the house of Jacob shall
Once we possess all their possessions, and have their possessions, and they serve us, what he said?
and the house of Jacob shall be a fire,
You got fire, read,
and the house of Joseph a flame,
and you got a flame, read.
and the house of Esau for stubble.
House of Esau is stubble. That's tumbleweed. That's dried up weeds. That's stubble, read.
And they shall kindle in them,
So what's going to kill them? The fire and the flame going to kindle in Esau, read,
and devour them.
and devour them. Then what's going to happen?
And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Most High hath spoken it.
So somebody got to come forth and say, when did this happen? Let the Most High wipe them out. When you get 2 Ezra 6, the 6th chapter, the 7th verse. So you got to come back and say, when did this happen? When did this happen? 2 Ezra 6 and 7.
Second Ezra, chapter 6, verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the time?
What's going to be the part of the sunder of the time? The time that we're living in now, this world we're living in now, and the world to come, read.
Or when shall be the end of the first,
When shall be the end of the first, this world that we're in now, read.
and the beginning of it that followeth?
And the beginning of the world that's going to follow. Read.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
So Esau could not have been done away with, because it says Esau is what?
The end of the world.
Esau is the end of the world. Read.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. I mean, Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, going to rule forever and ever. Read verse 21 of Obadiah.
Obadiah verse 21. And saviors shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Most High. Why must you go outside?
Now that's right along with Daniel 7:18. We close. Daniel 7:18. Can you hear me okay on the conference call? I'm trying. All right, water. Daniel 7:18.
Daniel chapter 7 verse 18. But the saints of the Most High
Who are the children of Israel, saints of the Most High, read.
shall take the kingdom.
Gonna vote for the kingdom?
Take the kingdom.
Oh, we gonna march for the kingdom?
Take the kingdom.
It said the saints of the Most High, because it say Jacob, the beginning that follows, said the saints of the Most High gonna take the kingdom, read.
And possess the kingdom forever. Even forever and ever.
Even forever and ever. That's what we're gonna do. What's the next verse?
And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom.
That's verse 27, for those that don't know. Verse 27, read it again.
And the kingdom and dominion, and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him.
Right, all the dominions going to serve and obey Mashiach Yahushua. It's clear. You might not understand that. That's why we got to prepare ourselves for what's getting ready to go down. Don't be tripping, because just like we went through, get Psalms 50 and 16.
Psalm chapter 50, verse 16. But unto the